listening.
Man, he really just he just entertaining you for fun, bro. He's really not on your side. He's not on your side. Nobody's on your side, bro. Nobody's on your side, bro. No one's on your side.
Wait, I have a question. What denomination of Christian are you?
Just a born again Christian.
He's evangelist.
No denomination.
He's an evangelist.
But I believe just like the church, I believe just like the Church of God in Christ. Church of God in Christ.
I keep want to push
you ever been to one of those churches?
I'm not. Probably. Okay, how do you feel about
Church of God in Christ?
Different denominations. Do you feel any animosity towards like people who say are like just say Catholic or Baptist, or do you feel like?
Oh no, I was raised a pagan Roman Catholic. My entire family is pagan Roman Catholic on both sides of my mom and dad's side.
You know, paganism isn't.
I was even an altar boy. There are nuns and priests on my father and mom's side.
That's
why you out here like this. Now I understand.
But you know what? The priest of our parish where I went to church when I was a kid, he would take month-long sabbaticals.
No one was here.
And nobody knew why, or nobody told us why, because I was a child. But then I found out he was a drunkard, and he'd go to dry out shelters for a month at a time to try to dry out. Thank the Lord he never tried to molest me.
There's more.
The priest, yes. Watch out for Chester molesters.
Your friend's here, bro.
No, not the pro-choice, the gun thing. Oh my God, how are you gonna be pro-choice and pro-gun at the same time? Because most people who agree with pro-choice agree with the death penalty. So I don't understand.
Sure.
Pro-life.
Thank you.
They say pro-life and pro-death penalty.
Hey, why you bringing a horn if you can't use it?
The battery's dead. Somebody, well, it was working earlier.
Hey, don't forget about your list.
Somebody had it in their car all night. I didn't have it, so I couldn't charge the battery.
So obviously it wasn't important to you.
But if I had a good charged battery, I'd be using it.
If it's important to you, it's part of your message. You need that, right? Your message not getting out. No one can.
Well, in this crowd, I do. You may not believe this, but on some universities, the students are actually civil.
Oh, white universities?
Civil.
Universities that are mixed.
Civil.
We're very civil.
You're a racist.
I have a question.
We're very civil.
You're so racist.
Beat your ass yet.
Everything that goes in your ears comes out racism.
Bro, I have not beat your ass yet, so I promise you I'm being civil. We have not beat your ass yet. If we were anywhere over there, I would have been slapped the shit out of you.
Chill. No.
Were you one of these girls who would fight in the bathrooms in the high schools?
No, I never fought. Actually, I was an A student. I'm still an A student. So what's up? What else you want to know about me? What else you want to know about
When
me?
you go in your little like campaigns or whatever you want to call them, crusades do you target schools that are like, higher minority majority?
Yeah, you do. Hell yeah, you do.
I've been on 335 universities in America.
Have you been to Texas A&M?
So what's that say?
The organization that he's with, they put out a video on
Yeah, I've been to
Twitter.
A&M.
They put out a video on YouTube.
I've been to Grambling. I've been to
Grambling?
Grambling.
Grambling is a black university.
Yes.
Majority black. Majority black.
Right.
Have you go to SMU?
You'll find a bunch of
I've been to SMU. Yes. I've been to Kentucky State, which is minority, majorly black. What's the matter? George, there's a campus in Virginia that's mainly black. I've been to.
So you're targeting schools of higher,
No, I've been on 335. I've been at UT Arlington, UT Austin.
Okay.
I've been at Waco. I've been to Kings down there by Corpus Christi. I've been, A&M Kingsville. I've been to UT San Antonio, San Marcos State.
So is your purpose of again, I'm still confused. Is it to bring awareness of the gospel, or
my purpose is to get a president of my fan club to listen to what I say, to where he can repeat what I say when I ask a question. It's working.
No,
yes,
it's
working.
What's
and
your
my
motive?
PR lady. Yes.
Have you received the same response that you have?
No, really, I want to know your motive, because.
Well, my purpose is what you behold here.
You want to chaos?
To have a discussion and have you think about things that you haven't thought about.
Okay.
From a different perspective than you've heard.
Can I try to reason with you real quick?
Yeah.
So, if you want me to listen to you, and you don't listen, like if you want us to listen to you, but you don't listen to us, how's that a conversation?
How have I not been listening to you?
To listen to you, at least
I've been answering your questions all day.
Answering doesn't mean you're listening. Like, take something away. Like, you want us to see your perspective, but you're not looking through our lenses. So, if you want us to see things through your scope, at least try to see where we're coming from too at the same time.
I think you realize I know where you're coming from so well. That's why you don't like it.
How do you know where I'm coming from when I'm a black man from the south side of Chicago?
What does race have to do with anything?
A lot, actually. I'm just saying. Like,
I have preached in Chicago. Downtown Chicago.
I mean,
I've been at the University of Illinois, Chicago.
That's great. I'm just saying,
to black people.
like I say, perception. My perception is different from your perception and everyone else's perception. So the way that you're coming out here targeting these people in different minority groups and subgroups, like, you know, like gay pride and then like black people and then mixed people, there's a way to do all this without causing all this. You feel me? Like, if you really wanted to be about something and have a motive, you could get your message across much more fluently and effectively if you didn't come out here with your bullhorn screaming, "You're going to hell," and your t-shirts provoking everyone. I'm just saying, there's a way to make your points, because, I mean, like you say, all lives matter. I agree with that, but the way that you come out and saying Black Lives Matter, people are racist thugs, that is a problem. There's a way to do things.
But wait a minute, look at this. In 2 days, we have turned this whole campus upside down.
You're going to get a response like
we've stirred up Dallas, Fort Worth, Metroplex on the news. We've had news helicopters out here 2 days in a row.
Is that what you're Is that what you want, though?
Yes, we want to get the message out as much as possible.
But what is your message exactly?
And all of our banners were splattered across the news yesterday.
To make fun of you. No one's on your side. You just see attention and think that it's positive attention. It's not positive attention.
I met a guy who was on our side. He was a student.
There's one. There is one. I know the dread hair.
Yeah, black. We're about the same build as you.
Yeah.
Longer hair. Had a pink shirt on.
So these guys right here,
yeah, we're all together.
Okay, all together. So you don't believe all this stuff as well?
My problem is,
sure.
They come out here saying that they're Christian.
How about you?
Why would you preach
No?
I said good to know.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
And it's like, well, our neighbors, right? We talked about this before.
Like, this is all great that you guys are out here. You have the ability, according to the Constitution, to say what's on your mind, and that's fine. They have the ability to respond to what's on their mind, and we call that living in America. We have that ability to have a conversation. But my question for you is, what are we actually doing here right now to bring unity and to end division, which is what I think everybody's goal here is to do, is for everyone to learn to speak a common language, to understand perspective from different sides of it. There's things about your life I can't understand. There's things about my life you can't understand. There's sure as hell things about these people's lives that you definitely don't understand. So my point is, why don't, instead of coming out here with a bunch of bullshit signs that cause division and say everyone's going to hell, which is not Jesus' message. Jesus said, I came not in the world to condemn the world,
salvation,
but through me the world might be saved. That's not the message that he came to say. So why don't we come out here and have an honest conversation and say, hey, tell me where you're coming from. Explain to me why you feel the way you do. I don't understand that.
I don't understand.
I'm not a black man from the south.
I already know where you're coming from.
No, that's the problem.
You're coming from Satan.
No, look, the more you realize that you don't know everything, the more you begin to actually know.
Your father is the devil.
As is yours.
No, mine's God.
You're a sinner.
Hold up.
A sinner.
Let me say this. The more
You love yourself supremely.
The more that you realize you don't know everything, the more you begin to actually know. And I'm saying, you're 50, almost 56, right? Mm-hmm. Age doesn't show, obviously, that doesn't show maturity, that doesn't show knowledge. Like, I'm just saying, you can really take a lot away from this man right here and all of these young people here. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you want to have a change, like, at least have a motive. Like, don't just come out here with a bullhorn just saying random shit outside of your neck. Like,
are you even willing to listen and understand?
You kids won't forget this the rest of your entire life.
I'll forget this next week.
I have a question. What's your purpose here? What are you doing here?
That's what
You're highly emotional.
Yeah.
So are you. I could say.
Why am I here? To get you emotional.
You came here for him.
To pull your lid off and let all the stink comes out of your heart.
So you're not here to make any effective change or to make us agree
that's
with you
the first part of change. You gotta see yourself for what you are.
You're just turning people against you.
Okay, but if you want to convert someone, you don't want to.
But why are you against me?
You're not making me understand anything.
Why are you so against me?
You called me a thug yesterday. I don't want to listen to anything else that you're saying.
But you're right here for hours.
So are you. You were here first.
But you're the one who just said you don't want to listen to what I'm saying.
Because you called me a thug, you're obviously not listening to me at all. At all.
But why are you here then? Because she can't give it up, can she?
You came here first.
No, like typically this is how it works. If you're gonna stand for something, stand all the way up.
Oh, so you always stand on the sidewalk every day on campus, right?
No.
We got here when you got here.
I walk these streets heavy. We're here because I walk these streets heavy.
I paid to be here. This is my sidewalk. I paid to be here.
$30,000 a year?
On our campus.
That's a bad financial decision.
What you pay for?
He's not wrong. Hey, I almost agree with you. I almost agree.
Yes.
But I'm not paying for this.
Yes.
If I didn't tell you that, I would enjoy.
Most of you would be a lot better off putting that $30,000 into a mutual fund.
Did you do that?
Look, part of that, look.
But then again,
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I had that 30,000 right now, but I don't.
then again, you could not get the 30,000 unless you were a student, because it goes to your tuition.
Yeah, but you're gonna get it back in the long run.
Not if you major in women's studies, you won't.
I have a question. Hold on. Who are your majors in women's studies?
Or psych.
Let's go. So, out of everyone,
That was good.
there's one person, and he's a man.
That was good.
It's a guy. Hey, you got a ring on? You got a ring on? Oh, never mind.
And
Hey, I was gonna. Oh, hey, but you.